Aisha Buhari endorses capital punishment for Hanifa Abubakar's killer. Welcome to the news and please subscribe to our channel. Hanifa was abducted on December 2nd, 2021 by Abdul Malik Tanko, the proprietor of a school. This is another sad news on our hands. Information got to us, I think, about last week, and sincerely, this is very, very painful. Like, very, very painful. In case you missed the story is about a 5-year-old girl, very pretty, brilliant, promising young girl, innocent young girl that went to school that very day, just like she does. Her parents dropped her off at school, and when they were coming to pick her, they were told she was missing. I'm sure they might have been in trouble. They might have been in trouble over looking for her. The family had hopes that they would see her, until just last week. It was announced that, parts of her body were found. And it's like they run an autopsy on her, and it was found out that she was killed with poison. And then when she died, her body was cut into pieces. Like, the person who did this, very, very cruel. Very, very cruel. But on the other hand, is it enough reason to kill this person? And of course, the first lady came out. I think this pushed her out, and maybe she's allowing her emotions to talk. And of course, there's nobody that heard this. And if you're not, except you're not a human being, but if you're a human being, you're going to feel the pain. But again, what are we going to say of people who kill people on a daily basis, who we see their bodies, head chopped off, hand cut off, macheted, like as if they committed a crime? Yet these people committed no crime by the so-called terrorist members. And yet, nobody have come out to speak up against them. This is the debate going on social media. Let's learn more about this. The news in detail. Please stay with us. The First Lady Aisha Buhari has joined several Nigerians calling for capital punishment for the kill of Hanifa Abubakar, the 5-year-old Kano girl that was abducted and murdered by her teacher. Mrs. Buhari shared a short clip of a sermon by an Islamic scholar, Abdallah Gadon Kaya, demanding justice for the late Hanifa. In the video, Mr. Gadon Kaya called on the government and human rights groups to pick up the case of Hanifa and ensure that the justice is served immediately. He said the life of Hanifa's alleged killer is not in any way better. Therefore, he should be killed just the way he murdered the little girl. And this should be done openly for everyone to see. Let it serve as a deterrent to others, the cleric said in Hausa. Along with the video, Mrs. Buhari posted a short commentary of her views on her verified Instagram page. The president's wife wrote in Hausa, "We are in support of your judgment. We are fully behind your position." Hanifa, a student of Kids Academy, a private school located in Kwana, Dakata, in Nasarawa local government area of Kano, was abducted on December 2nd, 2021 by Abdul Malik Tanko, the proprietor of a school. Mr. Tanko has been arrested and the school closed by the state government. After kidnapping her and collecting 100,000 naira as part of a 6 million ransom he had demanded, Mr. Tanko allegedly killed her with rat poison. He was upset to have dismembered Hanifa's body and buried the remains in the private school premises at Kwana Yanganan Tundum Mutala quarters in Nasarawa local government area of the state. Last Thursday, Mr. Tanko led police officers to the school premises and showed them where he buried the schoolgirl's body in a shallow grave. Her remains were then exhumed for medical examination and a proper burial by her family. Mr. Tanko has not yet been charged as of the time of filing this report. Speaking in an emotional voice, the girl's father, Abubakar Abdul Salam, told journalists the family was traumatized. Hanifa's mother was admitted to the hospital after she collapsed and fainted, he said. He demanded justice from the authorities and returned all glory back to God. I am really in sorrow about this incident. I can only thank God, but this can happen to anyone. And it is said that everyone who lives today will die someday. So I leave everything to God, but I will never forget this till I die, he said. Nigeria is grappling with a spate of criminal incidents with kidnapping for ransom very common, mostly by armed bandits who sometimes target schools for mass abduction of students. The death penalty as demanded by Mrs. Buhari, an Islamic cleric, is still legal in Nigeria for some crimes, such as murder. However, many rights groups such as Amnesty International have called for its abolition. Sincerely, there's nobody that can say they can imagine. Okay, if you have not witnessed this kind of a thing in your family, you'll not imagine what it feels like. It is going to be clearly different if someone dies, a family member dies, maybe the person was sick for 2-3 days, and maybe that sickness brought you people close, there was a kind of closure. But for someone to just vanish like that, sincerely, there is no closure. We cannot even imagine what the parents of this girl and the family members must have been going through when they were searching for her. And at the end of the day, they now found out that she died in such a very, very, they will be wrapping, as in their head will be going, what will be going on in their head is, how was she hungry? How was she feeding? What was going on? I don't even understand. This particular person is really, 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 really very, I don't even know what to quantify it with. Is a wicked person, sincerely. For him to do this with little girl, no, he's a wicked person. Well, Aisha, when did you become a court judge? Why are Nigerians always carried you by position? You're a woman and you want more blood spillage. What of those who have been shedding at childbirth? You are not satisfied. Do you know that going down the lane of judgmental principles, you and your husband are the root of whatever is making Nigerians assume this nature of cannibalism? Aisha, like King or Queen David, I stand in the position of Prophet Nathan to tell you that stupidity has made you judge yourself and your inactive husband. I don't think all this grammar is necessary. What about the so-called repentant Boko Haram members? This is where the public is actually furious at. If she's going to come out and give such emotion to this, they will say so. The people who have been killed all along, are they not human beings? This is a very tough decision. Sentence the person to death, or just like you forgive, allow the Lord take his due course on him. Maybe he charged the course, and maybe he at the end of the day convicted, and I don't even know how they're going to go, but it is very, very sad. We continue to send their condolences to the family.